Now, among Mamdani's most influential supporters is a Jewish man, a powerful Jewish man who's got ambitions of being president. He may still have those ambitions. Bernie Sanders, born and bred in New York, and he recently met with Mamdani. Ami, I wonder if you could just tap into that meeting and tell us how that went.
Sure. Probably something like this. Senator Sanders, how are you? It's good to see you. Well, listen, Zohran, it's great to see you, because for so long I have been wanting to basically demonize the 1% and redistribute wealth across to the 99% of middle class and working people of this country. And I am so glad to partner with somebody who shares those values so much more unapologetically than in a way that I couldn't. Basically, you just say you're a socialist flat out, and I guess that's even more honest than I could say. I've kind of tried to sneak it in, democratic socialist, but you're doing it, and you want to seize the means of production. I mean, that's ballsy. That's really ballsy. I appreciate that so much. Give me a bit. Let me try some of that. Delicious. I really appreciate that, and I love what you're doing, and I think we are gonna basically demonize billionaires, not millionaires, because I'm one of them right now. And so we're going to take, let's stop talking about millionaires. I became one. So we're going to move that off and just billionaires and trillionaires and quadrillionaires, because I probably won't become that. As long as I'm a millionaire, we're going to scooch it over. And you are too. But we're going to use the wealth that we so demonize to accomplish our political vision. I agree with you so much, Bernie. Thank you. And thank you for the coverage you provide as a Jewish senator. Something
Beautiful.
like that.
I feel like I was there. I feel, Ami, like I was there. Now, let's hear from actor Mandy Patinkin. He's a renowned actor, and he's blaming one man for the rise of anti-Semitism that we're seeing across the West today. This vision courtesy of the New York Times.
I ask Jews all over the world to consider what this man, Benjamin Netanyahu, and his right-wing government is doing to the Jewish people all over the world. They are endangering not only the state of Israel, which I care deeply about and want to exist, but they are endangering the Jewish population all over the world. He is the most dangerous thing, not just since October 7th.
Well, they're certainly passionate. Ami, is Netanyahu responsible for the rise in anti-Jewish sentiment? I wonder if you could give Mandy some professional advice here, perhaps tapping into Jordan Peterson, for example. His wisdom, I think, could be valuable right now.
Well, you know, to Mandy, I would say that, you know, you battled the six-fingered man once upon a time, but you can't even see straight today, you know, and you're not standing up straight with your shoulders back. There's such a bloody moral perversion going on here. What a despicable pass you're giving to the anti-Semites of the world. I mean, you would never, ever consider saying to an African-American man that the rise of anti-black bigotry is the fault of the blacks and not of the anti-black white supremacists themselves. But somehow with the Jews, you know, it's like, well, certainly a glaring double standard. But I'll say in all seriousness, it's only in the case of Jews that somehow the hatred against them is the fault of Jews and not the Jew haters, not the, and it's the same moral confusion that's applied to Israel itself. Who's putting Jews in danger? Not the prime minister. It's not the people holding hostages. It's the prime minister trying to retrieve them. That's the man who's responsible for putting Jews in danger. Are you kidding me? Not the genocidal regimes who wish to wipe out the Jews. It's the Jews who speak out and confront them. Somehow that's puts Jews in a more precarious position. And I thought we aren't conflating Zionism and Israel with Jews around the world. Oh, well, I thought that was the whole argument. Oh, but you're doing just that, Mandy, conflating the actions of Bibi as a government, Israel as a government, with Jews worldwide, and he's somehow putting them in danger. I mean, what a glaring hypocrisy. This is what happens in the face of evil: self-blame, sadism, this masochistic view that it's somehow our fault, it's on us, and the evil that is coming upon us as Jews, we deserve it, and we need to do everything we can to mitigate it rather than defeat it. It's unbelievable. Sorry.
It is unbelievable.
I lost my train of thought there.
But you're so right, Ami, for the left to be indulging in victim blaming essentially here is It's shameful. Now, before you go, I will be speaking to Douglas Murray on tomorrow night's program. We have Douglas on the program every week, and I was wondering whether you had any words of advice for him, because he faces all sorts of threats and hostility from Islamists, from the anti-Israel lobby. Could you please deliver that advice to Douglas Murray as Douglas Murray?
Well, it's good to be with you, Rita. It's certainly the case that, we're coming up against people who despise Israel, despise the Jews, the Zionists, and the West. Well, in the face of such darkness and people who are unapologetically public about it, I would say that we need to confront them and tell them, we don't want you here, we don't want you in our country, and keep being the light among the nations, and keep being the shining city on the hill, and remember what the West stood for, that we don't want to be weakened by these forces in our society. We need to confront them, we need to be real, and well, for you, of course, Rita, you've been a stalwart hero in platforming the heroic voices that are willing to stand up to the people who want to destroy the West and destroy the values we stand for, rather than amplifying those voices who are full of self-loathing and hate. It's inculcated in our society, in our universities, and I think we need to do everything we can to not come on to it. I think we need to confront it, and my advice to Douglas is to keep doing what he's doing and speaking truth and light. And who will defend the Jews? The Europeans? No. The Arab world? No. Only the Jews will defend the Jews and Douglas Murray. Thank you.
Incredible. That's almost spooky, Ami. It's spooky. Ami Kozak, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Rita. Good to be with you.